Many people want to know, why do I focus more over and over, years after years, talking about ways and procedures on how to get scholarships? What do I benefit from? Do I get paid by these companies? Do I get paid by these institutions? The answer is no. I'm so much passionate about sharing how to get scholarships because I'm one among the people who have benefited largely through scholarships. I studied in the United States of America for free. I was given scholarships over $100,000 US to study for free. No student loan. I just finished my school with debt-free in education sector. How did I do that? How did I get all those scholarships over $100,000 US, all those kind of scholarships? So join me. I can take you through step by step why and how I got all those kind of scholarships and why I'm passionate about helping you to get scholarships, helping you to be debt-free from the student loan. Okay, welcome again. Ernest Boniface Makulo EBM. Before I continue, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. But if you have done so, I really appreciate and I give you salute for that. Remember first of all to subscribe, but after subscribing, share the video and we can go on talking about how I studied in the United States of America for free. 100% got over $100,000 US without supposed to be paying back or any condition I must go whatever. But how did I do that? How did I get all these kind of scholarships and not need to have a student loan like many people who have student loan? So it is a fact that the cost of studies everywhere around the world is very expensive. The cost is very high. Cost of education is off the chart. And if you come to America, man, it's very high. So many people, they after studies, they have a student loan. They pay years and years after that. But I was lucky enough to get full scholarships to be able to cover everything without paying back any kind of money back. So how did I do that? First of all, I got all these scholarships as international student. I didn't get this scholarship as American citizen. But it doesn't matter whether you're American citizen or international students, you have to apply for this scholarship because you cannot afford to pay for your own. Getting this loan, it will come at one point to hunt you, to make your life very difficult. So, different ways. Number one way is to have, how did I manage to get this one, is to have a deadline. I had a deadline that I wanted to go to study my master's or to get this kind of scholarship on this particular year. So for that case, after determining that, I have to create a plan. What schools, what programs should I apply? When are the deadlines? What requirements do they have in those ones? But all universities, I know, if in America I needed to have GRE, I needed to have English proficiency tests. So I had to do those kind of tests, make sure that I get good grades, though it was difficult to get good grades in GRE. So that was number one. Secondly, is to have a simple technique to be able to apply as many universities as possible which have scholarships. So I applied 25 universities, 25 scholarships, meaning taking shots, 25 shots on target. There is no way I will miss even one scholarship. I was lucky enough to get 3 scholarships. And I chose one in the end. But before I came to America, I started with a scholarship called Fulbright Scholarship, the most prestigious scholarship in the world. To come to America as a Fulbright scholar to teach at Marshall University, African culture and Swahili language in particular, or just African studies at Marshall University for 1 renewable academic year. So that was 2008-2009. I got nearby 40,000 around that one to cover everything. Then from there, I went to apply for masters. I did my masters at the University of San Diego. Got 2 scholarships. One is Joan B. Kroc scholarship of 36,000 to study just to cover tuition for 1 academic year, which was just 1 year. And then I got another scholarship which is called the Rotary Ambassadorial Scholarship. And the Rotary Ambassadorial Scholarship, that scholarship covered 24,000, average of 2,000 per month is cost of living while I was studying at the University of San Diego. So they pay me everything, including the flight ticket. It was the best deal ever. My job was very easy. Just study and make sure you get good grades. So, how did I get them? One is to follow every single procedure of applying. That is number one. Secondly, after following all the proper procedure, is to apply as many universities as possible. Assuming that you are not the only one. There are over 1 billion people in India. They want to get good scholarships. Remember, most of Indians are very, very smart. They have very good scores. The people in China, there are 1.4, 1.5 billion people. Just like the population of China or India alone is more than the population of entire Africa. They want to live there to go to another country, so they get good grades. Then there is a country like Nigeria, over 180 million people over there. So it's not easy at all. So you need to apply to have more than a backup. Plan A, plan B, plus C, plus D, just all those plans you need to have just in case, because you are not the only one who is looking for these scholarships. You need to create a very big chain of people who can be able to recommend, create some sort of a big network. If you are studying, create a good relationship with your professors. If you are working, make sure that your professors, your supervisor, they understand what is your goal. So, how did I get? I had very good people to recommend me. I created statement of purpose, shared with some of my people. I trust them. People can give me a good review. People can give me their opinion about my statement of purpose. So I reviewed it over and over, modified it, make sure that my statement of purpose is very, very strong enough to be able to compete in any scholarship I'll be applying. So it was not easy at all. Each week you are receiving a rejection letter, one rejection letter after another. You get depressed. But what you have to do is you don't need to stop. You keep applying. There will be 1 or 2 people who trust on you, and they're going to give you scholarship. So I had to invest with my money in terms of resources to take the English proficiency test, to take the GRE. But for me, I mainly, because I was already in America, I wanted solely to stay in America, not to go to Europe. So I applied very few universities in Europe, but majority of my universities I applied, they were in America. In America, you have application fee. So I had to apply, pay for application fee for many universities to make sure that I get what I want. There is no sympathy. I repeat over and over, say over and over. Scholarship application is not a therapy session where you'll be having opportunity to express your personal problems. People hate your personal problems. People want you to come, explain your problem, but how are you going to make it a solution? Don't start to cry, oh, I walked 10 kilometers to go to school, 10 kilometers back, but what are you going to do right now? Are you going to make sure that other people don't walk 10 kilometers? Your village doesn't have, like, let's say your village doesn't have what? Like dispensary, doesn't have a hospital. You want to do medicine. What are you going to do in your village? That's what they want to see. How I study for free is applying scholarships which are fully funding. Make sure that I don't overspend. So that is how I managed to study for free. So the day I graduated with zero education debt. From the government, from the state, I didn't owe anybody, based on the education-wise. Yeah, so those are the things I want to share with you about how I managed to study in America for free. It was a fully funded scholarship. But now, with the development of staff, or your personal development, you might end up just like adding some extra short courses for certification or something like that. You might end up, but basically, I studied the whole part of my education for free. And I advise you to take advantage of these opportunities. There are so many opportunities. You don't need to pay for school fees if you already have good grades. Why do you need to study masters in your own country? and pay for money, while you can use that money to apply for scholarship in America or take the exam and apply in Europe and be able to get all those kind of scholarships. If you have good grades, you follow the proper procedures, I guarantee you'll be able to get a scholarship. So let me end up there. But again, I remind you, in case you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe and share this video to anybody who wants to know more about it, how you can be able to study for free in these countries, especially in the United States of America. Other countries is very easy. I've made some videos like how are you going to study in Norway, for instance. Public education is free 100%. You only pay for your cost of living and a few other things. But overall, it will be free of charge in Norway for all public universities. But in US, there is no public university which is free. You have to pay a lot to be able to study. The cost of education here is very, very high, and it is very difficult to afford. So, again, remember to subscribe and share the video. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate for your time, continued support to watch these videos and share this video with others. Okay, goodbye, my friend, and all the best. Remember to put in the comments below if you have any question.